And Ms. V is here. Hello, Ms. V. Good to see you all again. If you,
Hello, teacher.
nice to see you. Thank you for coming. How are you today, Ha?
Really fine. Thanks. How about you? Because last week I hear
Yeah.
you have a problem with your throat, right?
Yeah, much better.
Okay.
The doctor in Japan gave me steroid spray that was so powerful that the first week I lost my voice, but now my body seems to understand. I have 3 more days of the medication, the medicine. So I'm hoping, I think I won't lose my voice. I think I'll be okay, Ha. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Welcome.
Let's see. I hope I don't mispronounce the names. We have Ms. V or Ms. Vi is here. Ms. Hong. Ms. Hong. She said, call me Ms. Hong. Ms. Hong. Where is Ms. Hong? Are you here, Ms. Hong? Not Ms. Hong. That's Ms. Duke is Ms. Hong. There's a different name. I forgot. She said, please call me something. What's her name? Let me quickly take a peek at Zalo. She said, please call me. These are cute messages from everybody. On and okay. As more people come in, we'll use the messages. We'll start slowly tonight. Hello, Tan. How are you? Do you have your? Did you have a good Friday?
Yes, I'm happy because tomorrow is weekend.
I know. Feels good.
So we have time.
Yeah.
You were on weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to work with children's classes tomorrow, pronunciation workshop tomorrow morning to do American style English accenting. So I'm going to be busy on the weekend. I used to really look forward to weekends when I was a high school teacher in Taipei last year. I remember Friday was such a great day. I would just sit in front of my big television and drink a beer, and that was such a relaxing Friday nights. I loved Friday nights. My landlord, the person who owned the building, they were really kind people. They were really traditional Chinese people. They had a Confucian shrine outside their house that they would pray to. So they rented a lot of apartments to students and teachers. So they were very kind to us. It was like Taiwan society, maybe Chinese society. They have this like responsibility to other members of society to take care of them. It's an old traditional thing. So they took good care of me. I really miss the mother and father who owned my building. Yeah.
That's
How
so
is
nice.
life? Yeah, it's nice. How's Hanoi today?
Hanoi today, the weather is not too bad because it's not too cold, but not too hot for me. But the environment is quite polluted.
Yeah, that's what I heard. There's the air pollution from all the cars and buses and motorcycles. Yeah. And then how is Ho Chi Minh City? I saw somewhere it was 31 degrees today or 32 degrees.
So hot. We usually say in Ho Chi Minh City there are 2 reasons in a year: hot and hotter.
Hot and hotter. That's funny.
Yeah. Today maybe 30, 36 or 35 Celsius degrees.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah, that's the weather.
The reason. Yeah, that's the reason why we have a lot of problem about our health, especially children, kids, and older.
Wow. See, I have the problem with my breathing is asthma. I have to use one of these inhalers. My hometown has a famous university called Northwestern, and it has a famous medical school. The medical school did some really interesting research about 25 years ago. It showed that developing countries like Vietnam and India, the children's asthma jumps really high because the children's families come in from the farm areas where there's dirt in the air from the chickens and the cows and the pigs. But that dirt is actually really good for a baby because it creates a defensive mechanism that human beings have from being so close to animals. But if you move to a big city, it's a really clean place. There's no animal particles in the air. And so children don't have the second defense at age 6 months. It kicks in. They don't have it, so they get asthma. And I think that's what happened to me because my mother was a nurse and our house was so clean that my second defense didn't start when I was 6 months old. It was really terrible. Yeah, it's a difficult thing to describe. Oh, there's Golf. Golf, I didn't remember your name. I'm sorry. I was calling you Ms. Hong. That's our Golf.
Sure. Yes,
How are you?
I'm fine. Yeah, thank you very much. Yes.
It's such a great name, Golf.
Oh, so yeah, I think it's easy to pronounce, right?
Yeah, easy. And it's also like a charming name, Golf. Hey, Golf.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. And Golf, what city are you in?
So I am in Hanoi.
Oh, in Hanoi. Okay. And I hear the weather is cooler in Hanoi.
So very humid at the moment.
Oh, humid. Okay. Golf, it's a crazy question, but do you like humid weather?
Not really. No. It's always cloudy,
Yeah.
and so it look like smoke. It look like dust.
Yeah.
For the autumn season. So from September, August,
Yeah.
September, November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, when I was in Taipei last year in winter, it was humid, but it was cold humid. And it really made me feel cold all the time. I always wore my jacket, my ski jacket.
Really?
Yeah.
In general, Thailand were hot, right? The weather.
I thought so too, but in February and March, it had this cold, humid weather, and it was really strange. It just got me really cold. I'm from Chicago, but that's a dry cold, and Japan also has a dry cold, but wet cold was very strange to me.
Yeah.
Hey, Golf, do you have Uniqlo, the famous Japanese store in Vietnam?
Japanese what, sorry?
It's called Uniqlo. It's spelled out Uniqlo, Uniqlo. It stands for unique clothes, but they spell it Uniqlo.
Yes, we have many. So
Yeah.
in we have three Uniqlo in big shopping mall.
Are the prices good?
So I think reasonable.
Yeah, reasonable, because that's where I buy my sweaters. For
I think it looks like a Zara in a European country.
Yeah, very popular
like Zara, or H&M.
Yeah, H&M too. They have colorful clothes at good, reasonable prices. So I always buy my autumn and winter clothes there. So
yeah, and I think the quality is quite good in compared with the price as well.
Yeah.
Zara, so the clothes they imported to Vietnam, sometimes I think it's a little bit outdated in comparison in Paris or in other country. Yeah, so even H&M also.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's good. They're good clothes. They say that they're only good for 2 or 3 years, and then you can actually put them in a recycle place in Japan, give back your old clothes. I thought that was interesting.
But recently you heard about the story of Zara?
Is that the renting clothes place? Oh,
yeah.
Zara.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
no.
They said that they brought reduced clothes and they will do the new one, but after that they bring all the old clothes. That European people think that they will destroy and make the renew, but they bring and go to Africa and they in Africa. Just I read an article about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Golf, I thought you meant the place. I'm just putting this in the chat to Africa. There's a story I saw on BBC News, the British News. In Amsterdam and Holland, they started this new rent clothes places. Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
Like if you need a really beautiful cocktail dress and you just want to wear it one time, you can rent it for the weekend and then you bring it back on Monday morning. So renting clothes, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, let's start. We had some nice small talk. Thank you, Ha and Golf and Ms. V. You guys did a great job on that. And I just want to show you what we did last week because it's a good review. This was the formal request part 1, and you guys did a great job on this. This was Tan's letter. Tan, do you remember you wrote this about Dear Professor? It says, Dear Professor.
Yes.
Tom, would you like to read it one more time because it's a good review for our class?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So, dear professor, I hope this email finds you well. Name is Hoàng Thị Phương Thanh. However, you can call me Thanh. I'm currently enrolled in a master course in clinical psychology in Vietnam National University. I'm involved in research about resilience in adolescents, and while carrying out research through searches in literature reviews, I was pleased to discover you use READ skills, and this created a favorable impression on me. I was wondering if I could have your permission to use READ skills in my research. I promise that READ skills will be used only as a means of research. I trust that you will grant me permission after due consideration after reading up above. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Best regard. Thank you.
Right. Thank you for pronouncing your name Ten like that. It helps me to pronounce your name Ten. Very polite, very nice request. Interesting, the professor seems to own permission on the READ scales. So you have to ask him with good polite language, Tane, but I think you have that in this letter. So it's actually a very kind request. I just hope the professor is a nice person. Did you send this message to him, Tane? Or her?
I sent it I think some month ago, but
okay.
I didn't receive any response.
See, the same thing happened to our teacher's assistant. Maybe he's here tonight. Tony also wrote a letter of request saying, did you review my work? Yeah, here's Tony. I don't know. Let me check if Tony's here. Mr. Teacher's Assistant Tony, are you here? No, okay, Tony isn't here. So let me read this to the editor that Tony, he wrote this really interesting when he said, Dear editor of a magazine or an online publication, my name is Tony and I am one of the authors of the submitted manuscript ABC. I am writing this email to you to ascertain the current status of my manuscript submitted in August 2023. According to information from the journal homepage, the first decision towards formal publication is quickly approaching in 3 weeks' time. At the moment, I am a bit confused as to whether you have received my manuscript or not. Is it possible at this time to withdraw my submitted manuscript? I appreciate your urgent attention on this matter, and I look forward to a timely resolution. So do you remember last week, one of our goals was to ask for the person to do something quickly is urgent attention or timely resolution, but to ask this in a polite way. So Tony did a nice job on that. I hope he comes. Maybe he's a little late today. He's a busy person. And I also think he is a graduate student in research for science. So that's why he's in a situation similar to you, Tane, whereas your clinical psychology, I think he's chemistry, but it's a really interesting one. Okay, and I just wanted to see if there was one more. The Mercedes-Benz one I thought was really interesting. Some people did their own imagination. I was really impressed by this. But who did the Mercedes-Benz one? Is Lisa here? Lisa, did you do the Mercedes-Benz one?
It's me. It's
Oh, it's Golf. Hey, Golf, would you like to read it again? Because I really liked it. I thought it was really interesting.
Oh,
Are you embarrassed?
I didn't see the, yeah.
Oh, no, why? It's really a good example. And you also used a real company. I said ABC company, and you did, and Tony did ABC publisher company. But Mercedes-Benz, it's right there. It's like a real A real
I
situation.
Yeah, I wrote it very quickly in less than 5 minutes. So I think
Is it a true situation?
no, not really. I imagine it.
Because I was wondering if it was lease a car or buy a car, but it's a special arrangement to have the car delivered. Like it's maybe like a really important Mercedes-Benz for a government politician or something.
No, so Mercedes, I just imagine a situation that I bought a car for my company.
Mm-hmm.
I will hire the car to another partner, something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, okay. Golf, would you like to read it?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
And thank you. Dear
Sure.
Mercedes-Benz, based on our commitment mentioned in the Article 1 of our purchase contract number 123, dated on January 2022, the new car had to be delivered at Haiphong Airport before 5 p.m. hours. 5 p.m. So we can set 5 p.m. right?
Yeah, 5 p.m.
Oh yeah, 17. No need the hour, right?
You could say 1700 hours, but that's more like British and American military 1700 hours.
Yeah, okay. So 17 on the 5th, 15th,
Yeah.
15th of August 2022. However, 2 months have passed since the deadline was reached, stayed within the provision of the contract. We have yet to receive the car, and this delay seriously influenced our company relation and estimation within our circle of clients. I could like to emphasize the important emphasize the importance of addressing this issue without delay. I appreciate your attention to this urgent matter, and I look forward to a timely resolution. Thank you and very good. So I'm so sorry because sometimes my pronunciation is quite like the French because
it is. I noticed that.
yeah.
Hey, Golf, you use the word press, and so you could use this one. It's a little old-fashioned, a press upon you, the importance. It's strong, but it's an interesting choice. I would like to press upon you. I like it too, but it's a little old. It's pretty formal, but it's polite.
Yeah, but it's the same meaning like embrace and praise.
Yeah. It's the old form of impress on you. Impress. I would like to impress. I would like to stress the importance. I would like to impress upon you, but this is very high level English. Impress upon you is, maybe 60 or 70 years ago in diplomatic or business relations.
Thank you.
If you used it now, Golf, it would be interesting. They would say, oh, Golf knows a really high level, thing here. So you could use it.
Yeah, my English is really poor. So sometimes I use very simple word. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. It's stylish. Don't change it. It's good.
Thank you, teacher. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll teach you as many ways as I know, as I can. Hey, Tony, good to see you here. Teacher's assistant, Tony. I used your example. If you're here, teacher's assistant, Tony, I'm trying to remember, are you a scientific researcher? Hello, Tony. He's just signed on. So maybe he's getting his camera and micro. Hey, Tony, how are you?
Yes, teacher.
Tony, I forgot your background. I'm sorry. Is it research in science or chemistry?
Yes, you are right, teacher. My major is nanoscience and technology.
Good. I feel good. I said chemistry science researcher, and that's why we used this one. By the way, Tony, did you hear from this editor to publish your thing?
Actually, the manuscript is under review now, so that's the reason why it takes time.
Okay. It's a really interesting example, and your language here is very polite. So thank you. Very good, Tony. All right. So this was part one of the formal letters, everyone. And what I'd like to do now is go to a not PowerPoint, I like to use Google Slides better to show you. So I'll click this in just a moment and show you what's for tonight's agenda, what we can do for tonight. So tonight, expressing opinions accurately and politely in a formal letter, but this is more like part two of what we're doing. And so I made a PDF, and I'll send this in just a moment to you. Tonight, expressing opinions. Oh, it's jumping. So I wanted to make a lexicon, and a lexicon is a small dictionary for you to use. I like lexicon because it's target words just for a special lesson that you're working on or a special project. So the lexicon includes greetings, polite introductions, expressing your appreciation, and polite requests, acknowledging replies, feedback, offering assistance, closing remarks, closing salutations, and signature. So the best way to describe tonight's lesson, of course, it's part two of a formal letter, but the situation here is a little bit different. The situation in lesson number two is a client you've had a long-term relationship or a university, college, organization that you have long-term, maybe 5 years, 10 years relationship with. It's similar to the email we wrote last week saying, I'm sorry, the president of your company died. You have our condolences. It's similar to that because it's a long-term client that you still want to use sensitive language, but we're gonna have to do firm and accurately this time. And so I made a sample letter to show you what I mean by that. And I'll stop this share and I'll go to another share here that I prepared this letter today. And I like this letter. It's pretty, it's like true life letter, I guess is what we'll call it. Formal request letter lesson 2. Oh, that's the PDF version. Okay, we'll do PDF. I'm going to send you this PDF anyway into the Yalo account. So let me just put this down here and put my Zoom there. Sorry, I'm indexing through all of this, you guys. Preview of the formal request, share. Okay. Let me see, is this the right one? No, this isn't the right one. This is last week's. I'm sorry about this. Quick, let me find it. Lesson 2, formal request letter. No. And yes, I've got it. Okay, sorry about that delay. And we'll go here and here. Okay, so I made what's called a template for you where there are pieces missing, and I have that in the Google slides. For tonight, though, I just want to start with this. It's from me, Brendan McGowan. I call myself Vice President of Purchasing from Sloan Industries, Sydney, Australia. The date is March 15th, 2024. It's to Mr. Jeff Lee, Senior Manager, Distribution and Sales at ABC Company, Singapore. Dear ABC Company, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing to share my perspective on the 5% surcharge on all orders your company has enacted. Originally, the 5% surcharge was added to orders because of the corona pandemic. Our accounting department informs us that this 5% surcharge remains in place even though it is generally recognized that we are past the corona pandemic. As a senior manager in your company, I believe it is important to discuss this issue in order to come to an understanding. After careful consideration and analysis of the date, this should be filled in. We'll change that. I would like to express my opinion. I see the mistake I made of the data. I would like to express my opinion that our use of your company's products in our supply chain accounts for a full 20% of your sales. Consequently, the 5% surcharge imposed on your products represents a significant expenditure on our company's part. This viewpoint is generally held by our company as well as several other companies who rely on your quality products. Furthermore, I acknowledge that there may be differing opinions on this matter, including post-pandemic inflationary pressures experienced in global supply chains. However, as of spring 2024, many of these inflationary pressures have decreased substantially. Our data showing a decrease in inflationary pressures is based on analysis specifically focused on our company's manufacturing inputs and other industry trends. I believe that by engaging in constructive dialogue and collaboration, we can work towards our mutual success while respecting diverse perspectives within our teams and organizations. Thank you for considering my input, and I look forward to further discussions on this topic. Sincerely, Brendan McGowan, and my contact information at Sloan Industries. Now, the red parts are the parts I put in, but the black parts are actually what is called a template that I created for you, so you can write this style letter. So I just want to show you the original template. I'm going to send this to you in a PDF right now. I'm going to put it in Yalo, so you can open this up yourself. And here it goes to the PDF into Yalo. Okay. So it's now loading up into Yalo, so you can take a look at this yourself. You can actually move this document around to see for yourself. And so this is, actually this is number 4. I think I'm sorry about this. This is something I already sent you. That's not what I wanted. One moment, please. I'm just taking a look at this. It's lesson 2, adult writing PDF style. Oh no, where's my PDF? Okay, I'm going to create this as soon as I can find this. Share. As PDF. Adult writing template. Number 2. Okay, I'm sorry about this delay. Okay. So for tonight, what I want to do is, if we can work independently again and work on this for at least 20 minutes, I think you'll need for this assignment. And what we're going to do for this assignment is to take these red parts here and put your own information into them. Okay, so I will get this ready. Let me go back to the Google Slides. And this is where I have my template with my useful lexicon, I call it. All right, sharing. And we'll go past these. Okay, so this is what it looks like, what's called the template. And of course, I'm going to send this a copy of this to you. So you start with an example, expressing opinions accurately and politely in a professional letter. You write your name, your position, your company organization, the date, the recipient's name, the recipient's position, the recipient company organization, and then the recipient name. You say, "Dear Mr. Lee, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing to share my perspective." Here you put the issue, what the problem is. What is your thing? You, as the senior manager, I believe it is important to discuss the issue again, and I hope we reach this goal. Okay. So the red parts are the words that you're going to fill in. You can create sort of fantasy topics like the Mercedes-Benz one. Although, Teacher Tony, yours was an actual letter to your publisher. And then another one was a letter to the professor from Tain. So it's okay if you want to make a fiction, or if you want to make a true story to the thing here. So let me get the PDF in order here. Yeah, okay, I've got it now. And this one is going to go into Yalo. Okay, so if you check Yalo now, you'll see my original writing. It has the black parts where it says Brendan McGowan. The red parts are what you're going to have to put in the information for tonight. So you can see it there, and you can see it here. Okay. And you were very good last week about creating situation. So I think we should have good success on this tonight. Okay. And there it is. Okay, so if you say, what are we going to do for 20 minutes, teacher? We're going to use this style and see if you can write, I don't know, these are 4 paragraphs. Can you do 4 paragraphs in 20 minutes if we're doing independent writing? I want to start this at about 11:05. I can take some questions from you first, of course. And the black parts are the templates. These stay the same. Pretty much try to use this language. This is all very good. And then the red part is your situation, and then the black part, and then your situation. So let me ask you, should I leave the share on the screen the whole time so you can sort of copy this style, use it as a model? Let me get your opinion on that before I proceed anywhere. So let me ask Tane, are you there? Tane? Should I leave this share screen with should I leave the model up there for you to look at the whole time? It's going to be a 20-minute exercise in writing an email like this or letter like this. But the goal is to use the black parts here. I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing to share my perspective on some problem that you want to discuss politely with professor or someone else. Then this part is important too. After careful consideration and analysis, I would like to express my opinion.
So teacher.
Yes.
Yeah, so can you please have to copy the text in the that you say now, and after that you can put it in the Jalo group. So
yes, PDF in the Jalo.
Yeah, or PDF is okay, I think.
Yeah, is it okay? The PDF is good enough?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so shall I stop this share here? Because then I can talk directly to you more. That's better. Yeah, Golf, it's a good idea. Thank you. Golf, you have good ideas. I need to take a drink of my fresh water.
Okay.
So if you don't want to do 3 paragraphs, like it's a lot of work, could you try just 1 to express, if the word condenses, to push it all together, squeeze it all together. If you think, oh, that's a lot of work, Brendan, you just finished for Friday night, of course. Would you like to try at least 1 paragraph to describe the problem? We could do that for 20 minutes.
For example, we give her 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and we will try in our best. For example,
That's very
if we
kind, Golf.
1 paragraph is okay. 2 or 3
very
is
nice.
Yeah,
Golf, that sounds Japanese. We will try our best.
Okay.
Very nice. All right. So everybody try. And if you have questions, by all means, send me a comment in the chat. Say, teacher, what are we doing here? And I'll write it in chat, the goal. Try to write a letter based on the PDF file in Zalo group. Okay, and I just put a message here in for you.
Yes, where is it? Thank you.
Okay, the 5% surcharge, you know, of course, I created that one, but that's actually a true situation from reading business articles and hearing stories from my friends who are in business, that there were all these surcharges or 5% increases in prices of things during the pandemic. And it was because of problems or complications of the pandemic. And many companies kept these 5% surcharges on even after the pandemic. I just read a surcharge story about 1 month ago, and it was shocking that the company still keeps a 5% charge on. Okay. Ha, did you have any questions? How's it going? I'm just checking to see how everyone's doing because we haven't done any.
Yeah, I'm on the way.
Are you writing or?
Yeah, I'm writing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm interrupting you. Okay. All right. I put a lot of things in chat. There's one file I want to make sure you have. Let me see. Yeah, this one, I'm going to convert this to a PDF also. This one's really important, so I'm going to export this. Let's see. Okay. Okay. again. Let's see. I'm forgetting the formal ways myself, everybody. I hope this letter finds you well. Okay, I'm just going to copy that. I hope this letter finds you well. Okay. That's probably the most important one. I hope this letter finds you well. And then as they say, getting down to business, I am writing to share my perspective on. Okay. I put a recent one in the chat. It's a new situation for someone named Mr. Tron, or yeah, Mr. Tron is maybe in a Vietnamese company. And I write, I hope this letter finds you well. I am writing to share my perspective on recent shipping delays. I understand that tensions in the Red Sea are causing ships to take alternate routes from Europe to Asia. The ships have to travel around the Cape of Africa. We are all being affected by this difficulty, and it is my sincere hope that all of our suppliers will be able to accept an additional week in ship deliveries. So that one comes from the British News Service from 2 weeks ago. So that's a current story also. So I'm trying to make these as true as I can. But let me ask how you are doing, Golf and Ha and Miss V and Lisa. Would you like to share your work? Do you feel you're ready to? No, Golf, no.
No, just I am at the fourth paragraph, so we close
Okay.
soon. Yeah.
Okay. So there's so much silent time, but you guys are all working so hard. Let me check with my teacher's assistant. Mr. Tony, how are you?
Yeah, I am planning to say to you.
All right. Ask me some questions, anything you want, because the students are just finishing their email. So in the chat, did you see what I just wrote, that one about shipping delays? To someone called Dear Mr. Tron. Okay, so Tony, do you know that situation now that ships have to go around Africa?
Was sent from Europe to Asia, teacher?
Yeah, usually they save about 1 or 2 weeks by going through the Suez Canal, but the Red Sea has attacks on the ships coming from, where is it? The Yemen, the Houthi rebels are using drones to attack ships. So the supply chain is once again being halted or paused or stopped just like it was in Corona times. So again, this is causing serious problems in global shipping. So I chose that. This letter here that I put in chat, letter number 2, is just to ask the customers and clients to please be patient because there are delays for everybody. So I try to use sensitive language for this, Tony.
Yeah. Actually, there is another news that they will make a new channel in Thailand.
Yeah.
Yeah, this means that they will save time.
It's a shipping center in Thailand.
Yes,
Is it ship or by air?
a ship.
Ship, okay. All right. So the ships come to the port in Thailand and then they go around Africa?
From I think from Africa to something in China. This means
Yeah.
they will make the canal like Suez.
Yeah, that Suez Canal. Yeah, they need a new canal. That Suez Canal is too sensitive to shipping, and the politics in the region always put in danger the canal. So it's been like that since the 1950s. The French and the English have always fought over the canal with the Egyptians, and things are peaceful in the Suez, but it's the Red Sea that's the new problem. Yeah. Okay. Let me ask with Tane. Tane, did you finish your letter or do you want more time? Or...
I think I need more time.
Okay, I'm sorry. You take as much time as you want. It's maybe a difficult, 4 paragraphs is a lot. So apologies. Oh, beautiful. Someone just sent one in. Let's see who this is from. This is from Mr. Tony. Nice work, Tony. I'm tempted to read it, but I don't want to. The students are working hard on their writing. So Tony, can I put this in? You write very nicely, Tony. Good, golf came with 1 too. Is it okay to put these examples into a PDF and then put them into Yalo so other students can learn from your examples? As long as there's no sensitive information in these, right? But I leave it to you. Let me see if I can take these out and paste them, Tony, into my thing here. Let me see if it gives me unless it's top secret, of course, Tony. Okay, so let's see. It's from Brendan. Okay. Oh, nanomaterials, very good, Tony. I like it. Let's see what we got. No, it's a letter to my friend Dave. Formal request letter. Let's do a new pages. I use Apple Pages. So let's see if I can get this right, Tony. Paste. Yeah, really nice. Good, 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 good. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same for Ms. Golf. This is really good, Golf. And copy.
So I export it in PDF file.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you put it in your PDF file already?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. I was just making one here for Tony and you so far. Golf, would you like to read the main body? It's to David Roger from the Mercedes-Benz to Dear Mr. Roger. Would you like to read it? Is it
Yes.
okay? Okay,
Yes.
here we go.
Okay.
And this is in chat, everybody. Or you can go to Yalo and see the PDF there. So
Yeah.
they can meet with you.
So just I am at the position of deputy generator of a chain of company. So in Vietnam, and I write to the sale and distribution manager of Mercedes-Benz company because I use the example to continue the this writing. So Mr. Goje, Mr. Goje, yeah. So dear Mr. Goje, I hope this letter find you well. I'm writing to share my perspective on a serious 6-month delay of 10 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter from company. Our accounting and sales department informed me that this delay has caused us a very negative impact on our business in terms of revenue and our trust to our client. As a senior manager in your company, I believe it is important to discuss this issue in order to come to an understanding. After carefully consideration and analysis of the data, I could like to express my opinion that importing on time in obtained car could help us to implement our contract with the Vietnam Tourism Ministry in order to welcome an important Singaporean VIP delegation. Due to the delay caused by your company, so we have to rent the old cars from our partner with a high price, and the quality of the service wasn't met our expectation. Furthermore, this delay seriously influences our company relation and estimation within our circle client, as I acknowledge that there may a serious matter is that the VTM, so Vietnam Tourism Ministry, had asked us to stop the contract. I would like to emphasize the importance of addressing this issue without delay. So I appreciate your attention to this urgent matter, and I look forward to further discussion on this topic. Sincerely. That all. They have some typo.
Yeah. Do you know what? Do you want,
Yeah.
Golf, I can correct this if you want. So let's see, we have, it's under untitled on my thing. Yeah, and I just put yours and Teacher Tony's. Okay, if you can see this. Let me just quickly go through this. I can proofread this really quickly. It's interesting, Golf, you call him Roger. That's the French for Roger. So I'm just smiling because it's the French is Roger, and then Americans, Australians, British say Roger, right? Roger.
Roger. Right?
Roger. Yeah, you're good. Okay, I hope this letter finds you well. Very good. I'm writing to share my perspective on a seriously 6-month. I would probably take away this ly, just say a serious 6 months delay. Yeah. Sprinters from your company. Okay. Our accounting and sales department informed me that this delay has caused us let's change this to has resulted in a very negative impact on our business in terms of revenue and our trust to our clients. Very nice. That's very good phrasing, right? This is all very good. As a senior manager in your company, I believe it is important to discuss this issue. This is excellent. Very good, because you're addressing a senior manager. After careful consideration and analysis of the data, I would like to express my opinion that importing on time, maybe a comma here, the 10 cars would help us to implement our contract with the Vietnam Tourist Ministry, VTM, in order to welcome important Singaporean VIP delegations. Very nice. Due to the delay caused by your company, we had to rent the old cars from our partners with a high price, and the quality of service wasn't, let's change this, wasn't up to our expectations. So
yeah,
you could say this, they didn't meet our expectations. But Golf, when you use business English, everybody who's using English, as a second language, it's easy to mix the phrases. I do that in Spanish and Japanese and German I speak. So they didn't meet our expectations, or the service wasn't up to our expectations. And by the way, that's a really, really good phrase. I'm going to highlight that in another color, because that's a wonderful business English phrase. It wasn't up to our expectations, or they didn't meet our expectations. Okay. Furthermore, this delay seriously influences our company relations. That's serious, and estimation within our circle of clients. Beautiful. As I acknowledge that there are many there may be a serious matter. Let's see.
That the, huh? That the,
Yeah,
yes.
be a serious, let's see this. Okay, I see. This may be a serious matter. If, let's use an if clause. If VTM asks us,
Yeah.
you could change this to asks us to stop the contract. I would like to emphasize the importance of addressing this issue without delay. I appreciate your attention to this matter, and I look forward. Excellent. There you go. So I'll do the PDF. I'll when I'm done, I'll put this in Yalo so you can see the corrections, Gulf, because corrections are important.
Yes.
Nice work. Hey, Teacher Tony, please read your Professor Brendan. I will be a nanomaterials professor for the next 5 minutes.
Yes, teacher. Dear Professor Brendan, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing to share my perspective on research collaboration. As a senior researcher, I believe it's important to discuss our task in order to find the breakthrough in synthesizing new nanomaterials and their applications. After careful consideration and analysis of the data, I would like to express my opinion that my team will synthesize nanomaterials. This viewpoint is based on our experience, current facilities, and manpowers. Then we will send it to your team to apply in killing of the cancer cells. Furthermore, I acknowledge that there may be differing opinions on this matter. I am open to hearing and considering alternative viewpoints in order to reach a well-rounded and informed decision. I believe that by engaging in constructive dialogue and collaboration, we can work towards publication in reputed journal while respecting diverse perspective within our team organization. Thank you for considering my inputs, and I look forward to further discussions on this topic. Sincerely, Tony.
Oh, very nice. Tony, you give me some interesting things. I didn't know your nano research is to stop cancer cells. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
That's exciting. Okay. Let me do some quick corrections. This is like 90% good. They're just small things here. I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing to share my perspective on research collaboration. Could we do this, Tony, on our research collaboration? Because it's you and the professor. As a senior researcher, I believe it is important to discuss our tests in order to find the breakthrough. Let's say find a breakthrough, because there are many different kinds of a breakthrough in the, this is where we'll use in the synthesis of new nanomaterials and their applications. After careful consideration and analysis of the data, I would like to express my opinion that my team will, let's give this phrase, be successful in the synthesis of nanomaterials. This viewpoint is based on our experience, current facilities, and manpower. You could use just manpower collectively. You don't need a hyphen, Tony. It's a manpower like that. Then we will send it to you. Let's say we'll send our research findings to your team to apply in killing off cancer cells. Okay. Furthermore, I acknowledge that there may be differing opinions on this matter. I am open to hearing and considering alternative viewpoints in order to reach a well-rounded and informed. Tony, this part here is actually really good. A well-rounded and informed. That's nice writing. I believe that by engaging in constructive dialogue and collaboration, we can work towards publication in reputed journals, because it says, while respecting diverse perspectives within our team organization. Thank you. Tony, nice and really interesting, because I didn't know that's what your research was. And Tony, I'll put this in a PDF as well with you and Gulf. Let me see, I'll go back to the chat and see if there's anyone else added something to chat here. We have a PDF from Golf. Here is my writing. This is from Ha. Thank you, Ha. Ha, where will we put this? Oh yeah, it's a Word file. I can do that. Ha, here we go. Ha, is it okay if I put this on share?
I or you share.
Yeah, I promise it won't be embarrassing. So I'm just looking for, okay, beautiful. Okay, here it goes. This is what I do most of the week, by the way. Do you know, I do this for the young students writing, and I'll show you, I actually do this for a law firm in Ho Chi Minh City too. Ha. So this is my work day by day. I enjoy this. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna share this everyone so you can see it. Dear, oh, interesting, Shashan. All right, would you like to read it? Ha, and let me make that bigger for everybody. I'm sorry about that. Oh. Let me see. One moment, please. Well, I'm having a difficult time. One moment. Okay, there we go. Okay, beautiful. All right, would you like to read? Huh?
Yeah. Dear Mr. Stekan, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing to share my perspective on the increasing income for our employees. In fact, during period 2020 to middle of 2023, there are financial distress in our company due to COVID-19 pandemic. It is clear that we have had various problems such as labor force, importing materials, exporting final products, or balance of payment. However, in the end of 2023 to now, financial statement of our company has been recorded the profit after a long time. So as a senior of manager, I believe that it is important to discuss this issue in order to come to an understanding clearly. After careful consideration and analysis of the market and financial statement, I would like to express my opinion that the salaries of employees could be able to raise to 5% because of their dedication, especially in the difficult period 2 years ago. This viewpoint is generally held after having a survey in our industry. Additionally, ensuring employees' benefit is a significant way to help skilled workers decrease expense of training newcomers or obtain to sustainable development. I believe that by engaging our constructive dialogue and collaboration, we can work toward our continued mutual success while respecting the perspective within our team and organization. Best regards. Thank you
Nice.
for your considering, and I'm looking forward to further discussion on this problem. Best regards.
Ah, very good. There's just small things here, like prepositions or something. So I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing to share my perspective on the increasing income for, share my perspectives on the possibility of increasing income for our employees, right?
Mm-hmm.
I say possibility because this man must say no or yes to your proposal.
Yeah.
In fact, during the period 2020, so we'll put a the here, small things like this, to the middle of 2023, okay, so this is in the past, so we could say there have been, let's use have been, there have been financial distress, let's use distress on our company due to keep using these the COVID-19 pandemic. It is clear that we have had various problems. I think I'm going to capitalize that COVID-19 like that. I don't know about the pandemic. You know, it could be that would be a capital P, but I haven't seen capital P yet, big P, in the newspapers yet. So I honestly don't know if they're using that as a big P or a small p. It is clear that we have had various problems. So you know how to use this very well, have had various problems, such as labor force. Let's use labor force issues, improving materials, exporting final products, and then before or you could use it as a list of things like and or balance of payment problems. Okay, however, let's use at the end of 2023 to now, let's use until now. It's your company, so our financial statement. Oh, you have our company. Okay, our financial. Let's change that. I'm sorry about that. The financial statement of our company has been recorded. The profit after a long time has the financial statement of our company has witnessed return. This is a little bit difficult, this part here, has witnessed a return to profitability is the phrase, profitability after a long time. So for all of you business people, this is actually a really good phrase. A return to profitability means the sales went down to zero or negative, and then back up is a return to profitability after a long time. So as a senior manager, I believe that it is important to discuss this issue in order to come to an understanding clearly. After careful consideration and analysis of the market and financial statements, one statement or several, what do you think?
Yep.
See, financial statements, do you think? Or just one statement? Probably financial statements, because you talk about.
I think just financial statement, no S, because in financial statement we have a big report, and inside the financial statement we have for report, and I think just statement, no S.
What do you think? How if I write the most recent financial statement?
Maybe many years financial statement.
Oh, okay. So, and let's say
The
past.
financial statement.
Yeah, past financial statements over the 3 years.
Previous financial statement.
Okay, we can do that. Good. Financial statements. I would like to express my opinion that the salaries of employees could be, you could just use, could be raised to 5% because of their dedication, especially in the difficult period 2 years ago. This view is generally held after having a survey of our industry. This view is generally held after, after a survey was conducted. So you conduct surveys, was conducted in our industry. And again, for business people, you conduct surveys. That's the best phrasing. Additionally, ensuring employees' benefits, we could use this. Ensuring employees' benefits is a significant way to hold skilled workers. Oh, hold you could use maintain, is to keep them working at your company. Maintain skilled workers.
At that time, I don't have no idea about the whole maintain. At that time, when I write it.
Okay, or to obtain. To obtain. So this is very interesting. How I like it. I believe that by engaging in constructive dialogue and collaboration, we can work towards our continued mutual success while respecting diverse perspectives. Very nice. There it is, Ha. It's finished. And then I'll send this to you. I will say save as, and I'm gonna save.
Can I ask a question?
Sure, please, Ha.
Yeah. In the end of the letter, sometimes sincerely, sometimes best regard.
Oh,
Sometimes
yeah.
personally, how can I compare?
This is
One of
good.
them.
This is good. Best regards. You know, I always like to use sincerely, but I'm a little old-fashioned, you know. So I like best regards, Ha. I think you have a good one here. I would keep this. This is good. Yeah. The sincerely I do for a personal message to a friend, I guess, right? So that one I wouldn't use. All right, hi, is it okay if I put your letter into the group thing?
Thank you for your advice.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. I hope you guys find that it takes a while to do, but it really helps to show you how I go about editing these things. I really do try to, one of the things when a teacher corrects your work, the technique I learned is that they should always keep the language as close to the students as they can, because it's not good for a teacher to come in and change everything. It's, you know, it's not respectful to the students. So, okay, let's see. It is there. Nice work, huh? Okay, now we only have about 5 minutes left. If I don't get to all of these today, I promise I'm going to check them. Tane, I'm going to check yours, and I'm going to put the edited version into the group Yalo thing so you can see it. And I also have Mr. Tony's, and I also have Golf's thing as well. And Tane, so Tane, I promise I will do this. Let me copy this now, though, because I don't want to lose this when we turn off Zoom. You know what?
I can send the file for you.
Okay, wonderful. Just I got to copy that. I just want to be careful. So we got Ha there, and we have Golf. Okay. And even if you were too sleepy tonight and you said, I don't know if I have the energy to do this, Brendan, that's fine. Read your classmates' work, and then this will give you confidence, I promise. Some students say, gosh, this is really difficult stuff to do. But if you work together as a team, you can help each other with this kind of stuff, I think. By inspiring each other. When I was in high school, there were some wonderful writers. I don't know the students' backgrounds, if their mothers or fathers were teachers as well, but I used to really envy them because I couldn't believe how good the writing was. And they always got the high grades, the high marks from the teachers. And one teacher would show what the other students write from the previous year. And I had mixed feelings about it. Sometimes I would see really high level writing and I would become envious. And then sometimes I would become inspired when I was in college because I was better friends with people then. Okay, so Tane, let me quickly read through it though, so you can hear my voice, and I have about 4 minutes. Do you want to read it from the chat? We can at least read through it, and then I'll correct it. Does that sound okay?
Read my writing?
Yeah, because you have a good speaking
okay.
voice. All right, here we go.
Dear Miss XXX, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing to share my perspective on Nguyễn Văn A's mental health issues and his competencies to study and join the class. As a staff in psychology department in your school, I believe it is important to discuss these issues in order to come to an understanding. After careful consideration and analysis of the data and assessment, I would like to express my opinion that Nguyễn Văn A has a problem in control and manage his emotion and behaviors. He is easier to get anger and express by himself. On the other hand, he understands his problem and try to learn to manage it. This viewpoint is generally held by our psychology staff as well as several other teachers who contact with Nguyễn Văn A. Furthermore, I acknowledge that there may be different opinions on this matter, but I think I can keep attending the class, and we have to give him a chance to change his problem and develop his abilities. I believe that by engaging in constructive dialogues and collaboration, he can work toward to support A, overcome his problem while respecting diverse perspectives within our team and organization. Thank you for considering my inputs, and I look forward to further discussion on this topic. Sincerely, thank.
Yeah, sincerely, Tane. Very nice, Tane. Yeah, in my past, I've worked with a lot of school psychologists. So this letter is so accurate to discuss individual students who have anger problems. So I promise I'm going to edit this for you and I'll put this in the group thing. And of course, you use student A, that's fine, because those are sensitive things, you know. With the school psychologists, you always have to keep the identity quiet, but it's a common problem. There's here, I'll leave in the thing, Tane, do you know, it's called acting out. Acting out is when they direct the anger towards themselves or other students. I think the term they use in American psychology is acting out for a student in class. And this is a problem I see. I also do editing for a Ho Chi Minh City law firm, and they discuss this problem in one of their articles, what's called violence in the school classroom. So it's also a problem in Vietnam. It's very all over the world. You have kids who are acting out with anger. All right, everybody. Thank you. There are Tony and I and 5 students stayed, but that's all right. People are sleepy. I hope the other students can at least read our notes in our group discussion and get some value out of the course, because it's hard work, but you're all fine writers. If you notice, my editing and proofreading tonight was just finding things like prepositions, taking phrases that you know and just changing them a little bit, right? And so you did a wonderful job. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I always learn things from my students as well. So excellent, excellent work. Shall we sign off for today? And remember, you can contact me anytime in the Yalo group. If you're sending out a message, you say, can you check this for me, Brendan? I don't like the phrasing, and I have to send this in English to a colleague in Europe or America or Australia for academics, business, research. I can help you with that. Okay.
Time fly very quick. Time fly very quick with teachers.
Yeah, Golf, thank you so much for your help. You really get things started. You have good energy, Golf.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then Tan,
Thank you
also.
very much. Yes, have a great weekend to
Yeah,
you.
thank you very much. Tony,
Bye-bye.
thank you for your help, as usual. In
Yeah,
Japanese,
thank you.
say itsumo in Japanese means always. Thank you always for your help. Itsumo in Japanese. Okay.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah,
Have
thank
a nice
you.
sleep.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye,
Have a
you
nice
guys.
weekend.
Thank you very much, Dave.
Bye.
Good
Have
night.
a
Bye-bye.
good weekend.
Bye-bye, Golf. Bye-bye, Tom. Bye-bye, Lisa.